and welcome to my channel. You have Mallory here, and I am so excited that today I am officially kicking off my first ever series of episodes, which we're gonna call Makeup 101 with Mallory. So have you ever wanted to do makeup like the big influencers like James Charles or Jaclyn Hill or Nikki Tutorials or Manny Mua? Have you ever wanted to do makeup like them, but it just seems like really hard? That was me about 2 years ago. I loved watching YouTube videos, but just felt like I could never master makeup like these guys could. But after just, millions and millions and millions of hours watching YouTube channels and videos, I finally feel like I have practiced and been just at the top of my game, getting all the best products, just studying makeup and really becoming an expert at it like these guys. Will I ever be as good as them? Probably not. But over the last 2 years, I've done a lot of makeup looks. I do a lot of makeup looks on my friends, and here's a couple of them. And I am now ready to show you guys an in-depth look of how to do makeup. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna break down these videos week by week into little snackable, sweet and easy videos that are really quick and really short on how to do makeup. And each week we're gonna focus on different areas of the face. So we're gonna go through my entire makeup routine, what I do, little tips and tricks that I pulled from all the makeup influencers of YouTube. So we're gonna do everything from priming to setting and everything between. So you're gonna learn how to do contour and realize that we're not all Kim Kardashian with a makeup artist at our fingertips, and how we can really contour, not with all the sticks and stuff. So we're gonna dive in, and I really hope you enjoy this video. And today on episode 1, we are focusing on the face. So we're gonna do everything from prime to foundation to concealer to setting and slight bronzer application. That's kind of be your base for when we contour later. Well, I'm super excited to share with you all my makeup tips and tricks with Mallory, and let's get into the video. Okay guys, so I'm in my robe. This is typically what I wear when I'm getting ready because I really don't want to get makeup on my clothes because makeup can be kind of messy sometimes. So that's kind of my first tip. And then my second one is I just did my hair. So let's get that out of the way so we don't get any makeup on it. So I've got these cute little clips that are on Amazon. I'll link them below. And just get your hair out of your face so that it looks good when you're all done with your makeup. So today we're focusing on the face, and the first step, so step 1, is going to be primer. So I'm going to link a couple of my favorite primers below, but today we are going to be using the Too Faced Hangover RX primer, and it is a replenishing face primer with coconut water, probiotic based ingredients, and skin revivers. So this is a great primer. It's at that medium price point. I've got a really bougie primer I'm going to list, which is my Tatcha one that I've used several times, and I'm going to link a drugstore version that is a top rated product. So a couple of options below, so feel free to use whatever primer you want. Just definitely start with a primer on your face. This gets into the pores and makes your face really smooth, which is going to be essential for applying your foundation. So this primer is silicone free. It's a great brand. I love a lot of Too Faced products. I think most of my products I have Too Faced. 75% of my products are Too Faced. So a brand I really like, and this is, when you put it on, it's sticky on your face, and that is what you're going to want. It really grabs onto the foundation. So a couple other things, I have already put moisturizer on and sunscreen, 2 essential items that you're going to want to put on before you put on a primer. So make sure you have that on. I've got my favorites linked below for sunscreen and moisturizer. I've had them in a couple of my other videos as well, but let's apply some primer. So what you're going to do, just squirt it in your hand and rub it on your face. Pretty self-explanatory. definitely rub up because you know gravity is a B. We don't want any sagging skin anytime soon. Okay, so you're gonna let that primer sit, and next we're going to get our tools ready for foundation. I'm gonna talk a little bit about them. Normally this is the time where I go and wet my sponge to kind of do like 30 seconds to let my primer sit. But today we're gonna do two different applications of foundation. We've got a brush and a sponge. There's so many ways you can put on foundation. If you want to put it on with your fingers, go ahead. Tati, she has the Blendiful, and I know that's been really good. I've never ordered it yet, but I've seen tons of makeup videos where it goes on flawlessly. And then there's your like basics, where it's a foundation brush, which this is brushes from Ulta, so It Cosmetics, and it's an air brush number 115. And normally a foundation brush is just very compact, and that helps you spread your foundation. And then we also have the Real Techniques makeup sponge. There's the Beauty Blender. There's $8 options on Amazon that work really well. I even have like one here, so I use everything. They work pretty similar. I even use a Dollar General version that, although I didn't like, it wasn't as gushy as this, like you can see it really squishy, but it worked pretty well. So we're gonna use that on one side, and we're gonna use a sponge, a beauty sponge, on the other side. What you're gonna do is we are going to pick up some foundation. So I'm going to use my Huda Beauty foundation today. So this is the Faux Filter foundation that literally is my favorite foundation on the market. I have a very normal skin. I know that you probably really want to test out foundations to find your favorite. So it's going to vary person to person. I also use Too Faced Born This Way foundation. It's really good. It's medium to full. This one's definitely more of a full coverage in my opinion, and I really like cream foundation, so we're going to go with that. And I'm going to link some of my favorite foundations and high rated foundations below, and you can put on your foundation however you want. You can put it, squeeze it on the back of your hand, which is what I do, or you can go ahead and just like put some spots on your face and blend it in. So for this side of the face, we're going to use the sponge, and you're just going to dip in and just start going. So I always kind of start in the cheek area because I normally get a lot at first, and you just dab, like dab, dab, dab. Do not smear at any point. You're going to pick up makeup and wipe it away. The trick to a beauty sponge is dabbing. You can go up to your forehead and down to your chin. Tuck in your lips because you don't want to get foundation all over your lips unless you have a makeup wipe and you can wipe it away later. So something else that people have been doing, we don't want that hard line if it doesn't match your face. Something you can do is Sephora and Ulta have plenty of beauty consultants. Go in, they will help you face match. They will tell you top rated products. They've told me, and so I highly recommend using them to really color match. But there's a ton of options with colors now, and to avoid that hard line, go up into your ear and also go down on your neck. And this helps blend everything in a little better. Okay, so that's how the beauty sponge works. Okay, so the side of the face with the sponge is done, and as you can see, it just looks absolutely stunning and flawless. This foundation is seriously my favorite. It looks like you have a filter on. Skin perfection, like it hides everything. So now we're gonna try the other side with the brush, and I need to put a little bit more foundation on my hand. And so what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the brush and dip it into your foundation, and with circular motion, you're gonna apply it to your face. Pretty easy. You just brush it on. So it's whatever you like to do, whatever feels more comfortable. I would recommend buying a brush and a sponge and seeing what you like. If so, and if you already know what you like, definitely buy that tool and use it. And either one's gonna give you some full coverage and amazing looking skin. Yeah, and if you feel like the brush is not enough, you can always go back with your sponge or vice versa. So we're just gonna dab everything in, and then we're gonna move on to concealer. So concealer is probably one of the holy grails of makeup, and this is my all-time favorite concealer, Shape Tape. It's pretty well known, a concealer. People either love it or they hate it. I've heard that it's a little bit drier. I think it's actually in every way perfection. So this is the Tarte Shape Tape Contour Concealer in shade Light. Now you're thinking maybe this is going to be used on the contour step. Nope, we're going to use it now. You do not need to use this to contour your face. So this is really meant to brighten areas that you need brightened. So under eye, your forehead, your nose, your chin area. So you can apply it any way you want. I'm going to show you how I apply it on a daily basis. More like a warrior woman for a second, like you've got some war paint on, but it looks good when you're all done. So here is the places that I put concealer. You're going to take the brush applicator, and I go down and under my eye. I'm going to do the other side. And then I'm going to flip it around, do my nose, do my forehead, do some petals up there. I need a little bit more, so I'm gonna come back into my concealer. Honestly, this is the best product on the market. Those under eye circles, gone, just gone. So now you're gonna take your beauty sponge. You can either use a beauty sponge or a brush like this. And we're going to use the brush on this side and the beauty sponge on this side to show you the two different ways you can do this. So we're going to go in with the beauty sponge on this side of the face. And again, rule of thumb, dab, dab, dab. So I am going to go in and I am not going to smear with my beauty sponge. You dab it out. I start with the under eye. And I dab it until I feel like it's blended in. Then you're going to take it and you're going to come down. So I start at the forehead. I'm gonna blend in this side. I'm gonna blend in the best I can with the nose. I might have to just finish it out with the brush after this. And above your lip and your chin. I kind of bring it up when I blend it in. As you can see, it's just so much more highlighted and airbrushed in those areas. The secret is, like, if you feel like it's not looking the way you want it, keep blending. It will get there. Okay, so now we're gonna use the brush. And you're just gonna brush down until you blend it in. And something you're gonna need to do with the brush is bring it up to your eyelid so that you have a nice base when you do your eyeshadow. And I did that with the sponge as well. Then we're gonna finish blending in your nose, and we're gonna get this side of the forehead. Bring it up. So this is the application with the brush, and this is the application with the sponge. And honestly, both ways work, but you do whatever you want to do, girl. So that was step 3. So that was your concealer. Now step 4 is setting. So for setting, we're going to use Peach Perfect Too Faced powder. This is my all-time favorite product in all my makeup. I will say that right now. This stuff smells phenomenal. It works phenomenal, and I am a repeat purchaser. This is my 3rd purchase of this. Like, I use it until I'm out, and then I buy it again. Like, I don't buy anything else. But I'm going to link a couple of options below, you know, something that's a little bit more bougier, like Laura Mercier, and then I've got my Peach Perfect, and then we'll do some more of like a drugstore. So I shouldn't even think I have a drugstore. So it's the Fit Me drugstore brand. This stuff works really well, so I'm gonna link that. By this point, your sponge is going to be exactly the right wetness you need it to be to do this, and the purpose of setting is to set. not set your face. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna open your product and you're gonna take a lid and you're gonna dump it out. Then you're gonna take that product and you're gonna dip your beauty sponge into it, and then you're just gonna tap it where you just put your concealer. This is setting in your concealer, and it's also mattifying your face so that it just looks like porcelain. It just looks absolutely stunning. So that's what we're gonna do. In this setting process, it helps your makeup set and stay in place all day long. We have a lot of tools that we're gonna use to do that. Primer was one of them, and setting is another one. It also just really makes your skin look really nice and bright. So you're just going back over where you put all your concealer. Gotta get that stuff to stay in place. So that is, it's a simple step. My face smells like peaches. It's amazing. So that was step 4. Now we're going into step 5, which is going to be the light bronzing. We're going to do a contour episode later on. When we get to that, we'll really go into bronzing and, you know, highlighting, all that good stuff. But we're going to do like kind of my beginner bronzing is what I call it. And we're gonna go in with a bronzing powder from MAC. There's also cream bronzer. So the Coco Chanel cream bronzer that I'm gonna link below is the bougie item, but it works really well. And you're gonna do the exact same thing you would with powder. I do not have that product on me. That's something I am wanting to buy really bad, but I know that it works because my sister has it. And that's also my recommended product. But I'll link some other good bronzers below. So we're gonna go in with a brush that looks like this. It's a Target brush that I just have had forever and I just love it. But I'm gonna link some contouring brushes below for bronzer that you can use. So this is my preferred brush. I really wish I could tell you where I got it, like what package set I got it from, but it was years and years ago. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna go in with this bronzer on the edge of the brush. You don't want to go flat in the edge because we're gonna do our cheeks first. And you're gonna come in from your ear down, like right below your cheekbone. You're basically going to do a line to the end of your lip to where your ear is. You're gonna start here and you're gonna go down. Simple as that. Now the next step, you're going to actually go a little bit more in, like head down into the bronzer. We're going to come up to our temples and circular motions, rub it in back down to the bronzer on your cheek. And this is going to be our light dusting of bronzer. So again, I went in with an angle that time for my cheek. The last place you're gonna put it is on the bottom of your chin and jawline. Gonna really define your chin. And then if you feel like it's not blended in, just keep going back over it. And there you go. That is your bronzer step. Now the last step of the face is going to be baking. This is probably a foreign concept to a lot of people, but it's going to do exactly what we just kind of did with setting. And we're gonna go back in with the Peach Perfect. We're gonna take our lid and dump a lot out. So this is the last step, step 6. And then, well, you'll have to wait until next week for the next video. So I went and put a lot in. Baking derived from drag queens is something that we stole from them, and it is like the ultimate face setter. I don't do this process if I have just like a very everyday eye, or you know I don't have a lot of time. But if you're going like full glam and you're needing to wear your makeup needs to last all night, or you have like an extremely wow bright eye, like you're using hot pinks, neons, like blacks, like bold colors that have a lot of fallout, I'd recommend you do baking. So this is when you look like a powdered mess ghost for a second. We're gonna go in and you're going to use the tip of your sponge, or you can use the round part of your sponge. I'm gonna go in with the tip, and you're gonna dab a lot on your sponge. Start from the edge of your nose and the corner of your eye, and work your way out to the outside of your face. And as you can see, it is white and it is dusty, and you want it to cover your face like this. This is what you want. You do not want to blend it in. Come do the other side of your face. So this is what it looks like. Obviously this does not look good, but it is going to look good at the end. Okay, so now you see where you have your bronzer. You're going to go right below that from the bottom of your earlobe, and you're going to come down to your chin and hit your jawline as you go down. This is really going to perfect your bronzer and really create like a nice contoured shape, which we're going to hit a little bit on this in the contour video because it is a part of that process. And if you really want to go the extra mile, you can bake your nose, come up to your nose a little bit. And that is how you apply your setting powder to get ready to bake. And that is it for the face. So we will wipe this away after we do our eyes in the eye videos. Next week we are going to be doing eyebrows, and that is all we're focusing on. Eyebrows are hard, they're foreign, but they're the trend. You know, eyebrow and fleek did not come from nowhere. So we're going to focus on eyebrows next week, and then the following week we're going to get into eyeshadow. And that is when I'm going to have probably a really long video with several different looks to show you so many cool ways to do eyeshadow. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm really enjoying making it and teaching everybody all the knowledge I know in my head, and I really hope this helps you. And feel free to play these videos while you're getting ready, and you can do like a get ready with me. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I can't wait to show you eyebrows next week, so stay tuned for that. You definitely want to subscribe and hit the bell notification because I will be launching a new video every Friday until September 11th. So get ready, get that notification bell pushed, and definitely don't forget to like this video and give it a thumbs up. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope to see you next week. Bye guys.